Hey, what's up guys? Sean here, and today we're going to be talking about 7 ways in which you can create passive income with $0 in the account. That's right, no money. Now, I remember when I first learned about passive income and the whole concept of it, this idea that, you could actually make money while you sleep, that you could be on vacation and be making money. When I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, how do I sign up and how much of this can I get? Right? Because once I understood that concept and that that's actually possible, I began understanding how you could create the life of your dreams, how you could live a life of freedom, of doing what you want and when you want to do it, if you have passive income. Because you're no longer having to trade your time for money. You don't have to actually go into an office and give 8 hours of your time for a day's work. But the problem is typically when we hear about passive income, usually it's in the scope or the realm of hey, I saved up $50,000 and then I bought this rental property and now it pays me a few $100s every single month. Well, that's great. I know that's all of our goals. But the problem is that not all of us have, $50,000 in the account. And so for some of us, we maybe have $5 in the account and that's gonna last us for the next 5 days. So how on earth are we ever gonna buy a rental property? So that's what I wanna talk about today, is what are some ways that we can create passive income if we don't actually have money? So I wanna preface first by saying you are gonna have to make some sort of investment. It does not matter. Passive income, you have to create an investment. So you either do a money investment, okay? So you save up this money and you invest it into, real estate or stock or business and you get passive income that way. Or if you don't have money, then you more than likely are gonna have to invest your time, your effort, and probably sacrifice a little comfort in order to do so. Please also note that what I'm about to share by no means is necessarily easy, okay? Passive income in any realm, even if you have money, is not an easy thing. Okay, it does require work, requires knowledge and insight, and you have to be willing to put in some effort to do this. But if you do, I can promise you, you can start creating a system in place where you can make money 24/7. You can be on vacation making money, you can be making money while you sleep. So, let's get into it. So the very first one that we're gonna talk about on creating passive income is renting your room or your couch. So this one's kind of a little bit of a budget thing, but it really is kind of like passive income, because if you were to save all this money and buy a rental property and you rent it out, you're essentially buying something and renting out the space. Well, that's what you're doing here. You're doing home arbitrage. So if you currently live in a home or you own your home and you have a spare room, or if let's say you're renting an apartment and you have a 2-bedroom apartment and you have a spare room that you're using for whatever reason, whether it's an office, a guest room, whatever, convert that into a room that you can rent out. And essentially you're creating passive income by having somebody move in there and pay you to stay. Now you might be saying, oh, well, I don't have an extra room, I'm living in a 1-bedroom. Well then, get roommates, or rent out your couch, or rent out a section of your living room. I mean, I'm telling you, the possibilities are endless. For me, what I did was I had 3 guys in a 1-bedroom apartment. So we had bunk beds in the room. It was kind of crazy, but I was saving so much money as opposed to putting all my money and paying for the place myself. So this is kind of a mix of a budget cut and passive income. This is a great, quick way of getting started. The second thing is that you want to create a course or a product of your knowledge. Now, typically when I start to mention this with people, they're like, oh, hold on, because I don't really have a lot of knowledge. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm not like a licensed, whatever. You need to understand that there's different ways and reasons in which you can create a course. You see, most people, they think they need to be a top expert in their field in order to create a course, but that's simply not true. That is one way. So, perhaps you are an expert and maybe you've been working in your field for 10, 20, 30 years and you know a thing or two about what you do, and you can create a course on how to guide your career as a nurse, or how to become a school teacher in Excel, or how to advance from middle management in this industry up to upper management, how to start your own business. But if you're not an expert, there's other ways you can create courses. Many people want to buy courses from people who have experienced something and overcame it. They had a mess and they created progress, or they succeeded despite the issues that they faced. So maybe you're a single mom with kids, and you could write a course about how to overcome the problems and dilemmas of being a single mother. Maybe, you've experienced like something with your skin, like you had a really bad skin rash and you use these natural remedies in order to fix it. You could talk about that. You could create a program about all the things you need to do and know in order to overcome this issue. Maybe you have really damaged hair and you did all these routines and these tactics to do your damaged hair. The possibilities are endless. And so what you want to do is you want to take your experience, something that you struggled with and something that you overcame, and create a course on it. Because there's one thing that I know, that is if you have experienced this issue and you overcame it, there's probably tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of people who are also experiencing the same thing, and they want to know how you did what you did. So you are an expert. You're an expert in this particular experience. So create a course on it. The third thing is you could be a reporter of your actual of a course. So a lot of times people aren't experts, and maybe you say like, I don't really have any like crazy experience. I'm just a normal person just kind of doing my life. I can't really think of some experience someone would want to like learn from mine. Then become a reporter of knowledge. A lot of people make a lot of money off of products for simply helping people organize all the things you need to know into one simple thing. So maybe you are really into weight loss and fitness and nutrition. And so you're on your journey, and so you're saying like, hey, you know what? I've spent all this time for myself trying to figure out like the nutrition and the workouts and all these different things, all these meals and stuff. Why don't I just create a one-stop shop course, talking about every single thing you need to know in order to lose weight? But create a course, product, or system. What's great about this is that you have to put a lot of time up front. But once you do and you create that course, at that point, it's done. You no longer have to work on it. All you gotta do is just get it sold. Find people to buy it. And eventually, if you create the system right, people will be buying it all day long, every single day, and you're not doing anything. I mean, you literally could be on vacation and sell 100 of these programs, come back and have more money than you did when you went on vacation. That's the dream. The third one is you want to start a service-based business. Now, I want to tweak this because a traditional service-based business, usually involves trading your time for money, right? So let's say that you do want to help people lose weight. And so you're going to create like a fitness training, weight loss kind of business for people. Well, traditionally what it is you find clients and then you go, you show up, you train with them, you teach them their stuff, and then you leave. The problem though, that's not passive, that's active income. You're literally going and working. So we can make a modification though. What you can do is you say, okay, what is a service that I'd like to provide that I have insight in or knowledge in that I could help other people with? And instead of you providing the service yourself, you set it more like a business. And you focus on the image of the company, what it's about, a little bit of the marketing behind how to get clients, and then you find trainers or people that can teach what you've created. So let's take the fitness for example. Let's say your goal is to help people lose weight and get into nutrition and all that kind of stuff. Instead of you personally training the clients, what you do is you find a trainer that can actually teach your method, what you know, you train them, and then you go out and you find some clients and you tell the client like, hey, I charge X number of dollars an hour, and you just charge the amount to where you can pay your trainer plus give yourself a little bit. So let's say your trainer wants to make 20 bucks a session. And you're like, hey, I would like to make $10 or $15 a session. So that means that you're gonna need to charge like 35, 40 bucks, depending on how much you wanna make. But then at that point, you're getting the clients in, someone else is training them, and you're getting passive income based on the knowledge that you've created. This is huge. This is something that I started doing, as my coaching business began to transform a little bit. I got really into fitness training and finance training and stuff. And I spent a lot of my time working around the clock, trying to train clients. And as I began filling my time up, I began actually turning part of my company into more of a traditional business, and I started finding trainers under me and coaches under me to begin teaching my knowledge and my methods. So I taught and trained the coaches, and then the clients would get those people, and I would make a little bit of profit each time a session was booked. Great way of earning passive income. The fourth one is to create a blog. Okay, so we hear this quite a bit, create a blog, but it's true. This is such a great way over time of building a lot of wealth for yourself. and having a steady flow of income to where, you write an article and then hopefully years to come, you continue to get paid on that. So if you're going to do a blog, find something that you're really passionate about or something that you have a lot of knowledge in, and hopefully it's both. But if you don't have the knowledge yet, once again, you could be a reporter of this knowledge. So maybe you're just really into cooking, and maybe you're really into paleo right now, or you just became gluten-free or vegan, and you're like, hey, I would like to kind of blog about my journey and teach people like what I'm learning and what I know. So you begin writing blogs and you begin growing it. What's great about that is once you write the article, that's done. I mean, of course you're gonna be writing more articles, but the thing is, over time, as you build your audience and you build your brand, and people keep visiting that page and you get paid for like the ads and like the revenue, maybe you created a product or system to go with that, you're gonna be making money in multiple avenues, and you're gonna keep getting paid for that article that you wrote over time. So that's developing passive income. The fifth one that you wanna do is you wanna start maybe a YouTube channel. So a YouTube channel is a very great way of building passive income. Now keep in mind, YouTube channels are not a quick way of earning money. It's not something that you just start today and by tomorrow, like, holy crap, I just made 300 bucks. Like, more than likely, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time creating videos, providing as much value as you can to other people, and eventually, as people build their trust and they like what you do, you're gonna grow your audience, your viewership's gonna go up. And then eventually, you're gonna start making money off your channel. But once again, this can become passive income over time, because once you create that video and it's out there, that has the potential to make you money every single day as people keep visiting and watching that video, sharing that video, commenting on that video. That's gonna drive your revenue up over time. So it's not quick, but it will happen over time. The next one, which is number 6, is writing an ebook. So for some of us, maybe we don't like being on camera. You're like, oh my gosh, I could not sit in front of a camera and talk about all this stuff. That makes me very uncomfortable. But you don't mind writing. And so you could create an ebook. Ebooks are a super great way of sharing knowledge, sharing your expertise, or sharing your insights or experience once again. What you're gonna do is you're gonna create a book, maybe a how-to book, or an information book, or whatever. Maybe even you just want to do like science fiction or some sort of like other type of book that some sort of creative writing. But if you can create a book and you can get it on things like Amazon Books, create an ebook and get it out there, sell it for like 99 cents, $1, $5, whatever that you feel like the value is of it. Over time, people will buy that, and that. Once you create the book and you spend the time to write it, once people start buying it, you're not spending more time rewriting that book. It's already been written. So this is a great way of building passive income for yourself. So make sure you check out ebooks. And then the very last one is affiliate marketing. So maybe, through the course of this video, you've been listening, you're like, dude, like, so far, none of this stuff sounds that good. Like, I'm not gonna start a YouTube channel because I hate talking in front of the camera. I'm really not a good writer. I just don't like to write, and like, so all this stuff so far is not sounding that great. Affiliate marketing could be something really good for you. And what affiliate marketing is, basically, you're taking someone else's product, whether it's an ebook or it's a service or a program they've created, but someone else who's done, probably one of the things that we've listed before, and you're basically helping them spread the word and the knowledge. So maybe you have a really good, friend base, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, whatever, but maybe you have a really good base of people that you know, and you like talking, you like sharing things with some of your friends. You can actually get paid to quote unquote sell someone else's stuff. So you can basically advertise for that person, and when someone actually ends up buying it, you get a percentage of the purchase price. So this is a great way over time of building passive income, because as you find products that you really care about, that you enjoy from someone else, you can say, hey, like, maybe I can make a little extra money just promoting this product because it made a big difference for me. And all my friends are like, hey, how'd you lose all this weight? It's like, oh, well, I did this program. You could be an affiliate for it. But these are 7 ways in which you could create some passive income with $0. There are some other ways as well, but I would really focus on these. It's a great way of building that passive income. And remember that this is not something that happens immediately. So this stuff is not something you're gonna make money the next day on. But as you build it out and as you take the time and you invest the time to do it, this is really going to help you over time build that base and that platform to where eventually you're making money around the clock. It's gonna help you escape that 9 to 5 if you've got a job that you absolutely hate, you wanna get out of, or maybe it's just extra income for you on top of the job that you love. But it provides that passive income where you're making money while you sleep, while you go on vacation, while you're going out to eat. But please feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you can. If I provided value to you, it would mean the world to me to subscribe to this channel. It's greatly appreciated. You know, if you want to hear about more videos on finance, how to create passive income, how to build the life of your dreams, how to build wealth, how to make more money, entrepreneurship, that's what I talk about on this channel. So hit that notification bell. So subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm gonna be pumping out a ton of content your way to help you crush what you want to do, to help you reach your goals.